Alright, let's set up a cool battle scenario between your ice warrior Miles and the ever-loving blue-eyed thing. Here's one possibility. Setting: a bustling, but thankfully evacuated, marketplace in Mansfield, Ohio. Stalls are overturned, and the ground is a mix of cobblestone and shattered produce. It's a crisp autumn afternoon, with leaves swirling in the wind. The setup Miles stands amidst a growing patch of frost, his icy armor shimmering in the sunlight. He's been alerted to the arrival of a powerful, unknown entity causing destruction. Ben Grimm, the Thing, having been accidentally teleported to this unfamiliar location, is trying to get his bearings and figure out what in the blue blazes happened. He's a bit grumpy and disoriented. The encounter. Round 1. Initial assessment. The Thing spots Miles first. Hey Frosty, you seen any weird portals around here? Or maybe a guy in a stretchy blue suit? Miles, unfamiliar with the Thing, perceives him as a large, rocky threat. He raises a hand, and a wave of icy mist rolls
Miles,
towards Ben.
no.
Round 2. Ice versus stone.
No.
The mist hits the Thing, instantly frosting over his rocky hide. He roars in surprise and tries to shake it off, but the cold begins to bite. What the? Ben charges forward, his powerful fists aimed at Miles. Miles, agile despite his armor,
he's
sidesteps
agile.
the attack and retaliates with sharp shards of ice that erupt from the ground. Round 3. Adapting to the elements. The Thing, despite the cold, manages to land a glancing blow. Miles feels the impact through his icy defenses. Realizing brute force might overwhelm his ice, Miles begins to manipulate the environment, freezing puddles into slick surfaces and creating icy barriers. Ben slips and slides, his footing compromised. Round 4. Escalation. Frustrated, the Thing lets out a mighty roar and claps his hands together, creating a shockwave that shatters some of Miles' ice constructs. Miles, in response, focuses his energy, and the temperature around them plummets. The air crackles with cold, and visible frost forms on everything. He unleashes a blizzard of razor-sharp ice particles. Round 5. The decisive move. Possibilities. Miles' victory. Miles could potentially encase the Thing entirely in ice, immobilizing him. Or, perhaps he finds a weak point in the Thing's rocky armor that the extreme cold can exploit. Thing's victory. The Thing's sheer strength and durability might allow him to power through Miles' icy attacks. He could land a devastating blow that shatters Miles' ice armor, or knocks him unconscious. Stalemate/interruption. Maybe the teleportation effect returns, pulling the Thing back to his own dimension. Or perhaps another character intervenes, breaking up the fight. Considerations for the battle. Miles' abilities. What are the full extent of Miles' ice powers? Can he create different forms of ice? How durable is his ice armor? Is he vulnerable to heat? The Thing's abilities. Ben's immense strength and durability are his key assets. He's also a seasoned fighter. However, extreme cold could be a significant challenge for him. The environment. The marketplace provides opportunities for Miles to use the surroundings to his advantage with ice. Who do you think would win this frosty face-off? What other elements would you add to this battle scenario?
Here at Rails Homemade, we slow simmer our marinara sauce to perfection. Because when it comes to making delicious sauce, time isn't of the essence. Time is the essence.
Why are you gonna add stuff we don't care about? Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna add. I don't care about no stuff. No. Let's use other powers. And he.
What are you doing here?
Make some breakfast here.
In this town?
Yeah, at this dump. I learned some of my best moves here.
You think we can get a picture with you?
And ice, bruh.
No problem. There you go.
He has other powers too.
Look at you. I am so proud of you.
Drop the act, Dad.
What are you talking about?
I know what you want.
What I want is you to know that I am proud of you.
And you need money.
Parts.
Father, I raised you.
you proud. And no matter how much time I put into it, it didn't mean anything to you. You know what someone said to me? If a person doesn't see your worth when you're down, they shouldn't expect a penny when you're up. And I think I'm gonna listen to her.
Don't walk away from me. The only reason why you made something of yourself is because of the low bar of women's basketball. You can't even be Zayn in a basketball game.
How many times have I challenged Zane one-on-one? And he's been ducking me forever. And all he does is tuck his tail and run back to you.
Yeah, keep talking that talk.
Well, that's how you want to play? Right now. A bet.
Bet.
I'll give you the money you want if Zane wins one-on-one against me. Heck, I'll give you all the money
There you go.
one-on-one. But if he loses, I don't want either one of you to ever ask me for money again.
Okay, knowing Miles packs that kind of punch, literally, let's revise round 2 and potentially the outcome. Revised round.
What are you doing? You just got smoked by a girl.
See you, Pop.
Ready to order?
Actually, I'm ready to pay for your excellent service.
What is this?
Come with me. Alright,
Where are we going, friend?
I got you.
Come on.
Alright, right there. You good? Alright. Ready? Open.
Got it. Let's continue the battle, incorporating Miles' impressive abilities and his 5-punch combo. Round 5, continued. The 5-strike fury. The blizzard intensifies, the wind howling through the deserted marketplace. The Thing, covered in a thick layer of frost, struggles to maintain his footing on the increasingly icy ground. Just as Ben roars in defiance, trying to locate the source of the relentless cold, Miles unleashes his enhanced speed. A blur of motion. Faster than the Thing can track, Miles closes the distance. Utilizing his super strength, he unleashes a rapid-fire assault. 5 devastating punches directly to the Thing's rocky face. Each blow lands with the force of a small car hitting a brick wall. Punch
Wow.
1 cracks spiderweb across the Thing's brow. Punch 2. Ben stumbles backward, a grunt of pain escaping his lips. Punch 3. A chunk of rock chips off his cheek.
Oh.
Punch 4. The Thing's head snaps to the side, his eyes widening in surprise and pain. Punch 5. The final blow sends Ben staggering, his massive form momentarily unbalanced. The aftermath of the assault. The Thing, reeling from the unexpected speed and power of the attack, clutches his jaw. What in the... You hit harder than the Hulk when he's having a bad day.
Hey!
The frost on his body begins to crack and fall away, revealing the raw, red-tinged stone beneath where Miles' punches landed. Miles hovers momentarily, his icy gaze fixed on his opponent. The intense cold radiating from him causes the moisture in the air to freeze instantly around the Thing.
Right.
What happens next? How does the Thing respond to this brutal assault? Will his resilience allow him to shake it off? Or has Miles done significant damage? Will Miles press his advantage, perhaps using his heat vision or ice breath? Could the Thing adapt and try a different tactic against the faster, stronger Ice Warrior? The battle in the frozen marketplace continues. What's your next move for Miles?
Man?
It's too-
Oh, the road. How about if I had these girls? Wait, well, y'all didn't see it through.
What's wrong? Come on, Chloe. You know how guys are. You broke up 3 days ago.
I play as both of them at this point. I might as well.
All right, the Thing is pulling out all the stops. Round 6, the Gaget Gambit. The Thing, still reeling from Miles' powerful 5-punch combo and encased in a growing layer of ice, lets out a guttural roar. That's it, Frosty. You want to play rough? Let's play rough. With a mighty surge of his immense strength, Ben strains against the ice. Cracks spiderweb across the frozen prison, widening with each flex of his rocky muscles. Just as it seems he might break free through brute force alone, he reaches into a hidden pocket within his rocky hide and pulls out a small, metallic device. Remember this little beauty? The thing snarls, holding up what appears to be a compact energy emitter. Reed cooked this up for emergencies. With a flick of a switch, the device, a Gagot, as Reed Richards had dubbed it, a multi-frequency sonic disruptor, begins to emit a series of intense, oscillating sonic waves.
Yeah, I know.
The vibrations course through the ice, encasing him, targeting its molecular structure. The effect is immediate and dramatic. The ice around the thing begins to shatter from within, not just cracking, but exploding outwards in jagged shards. The sonic waves disrupt the crystalline structure, making it brittle and unstable. With another powerful heave, the thing bursts free from his icy prison in a shower of frozen fragments. The aftermath. The thing stands amidst the shattered remnants of Miles' ice, shaking off the last few pieces.
Yeah.
He looks battered and bruised, with visible marks on his rocky hide where Miles' punches landed. But he's free, and seemingly even more determined. All right, Ice Boy, the thing growls, clenching his massive fists. Now you've made me mad. Miles, hovering a short distance away, observes the thing's escape with a cool intensity. The sonic disruptor was unexpected. He'll need to adjust his tactics. What does Miles do next? How does he respond to the thing breaking free with Reed's gadget?
My move as the Flurries thing is to grab Miles by the, I'm past both of them, foot, and throw him to a blue car. It gotta be a blue car. Anything else sucks. Stop it. Oh my gosh, this thing and him.
Okay, here's the next part of the battle. Round 7.
Let's go.
Airborne assault.
assault.
With a roar of frustration, the thing,
Sorry,
now free from
Miles.
the ice, focuses his
I'll play that
considerable
both of y'all.
strength. He lunges forward, and with a surprising burst of speed for someone his size, grabs Miles by the foot. The ice warrior, caught off guard, is yanked downwards. Before Miles can react, the thing spins, building momentum. Then, with a mighty heave, he hurls Miles through the air like a rag doll. Miles crashes into a nearby blue car, the vehicle's alarm blaring as the metal crumples under the impact. The aftermath. Miles lies sprawled across the hood of the dented blue car, his icy armor cracked in several places.
Okay.
He groans, struggling to regain his bearings.
You don't really need it.
The thing, breathing heavily but a triumphant grin on his rocky face, advances slowly. How'd you like that, Frosty? He booms. Sometimes, the old ways are the best. Is Miles able to recover from that brutal throw? Will he use his flight to get back in the air? Or does he have a different strategy in mind? How will the thing follow up on this powerful attack? What's Miles' next move?
So many questions, LL.
Oh, I thought my parents were picking me up.
My apologies, Miss Chloe. Your parents didn't return from the business trip as planned. However, I do have a certain someone who might cheer you up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how Miles responds. Round 8. Fiery retaliation. Despite the thing's powerful throw, Miles is far from defeated. With a surge of his superhuman strength, he pushes off the crumpled hood of the blue car and rockets upwards, utilizing his flight ability. He ascends rapidly, leaving the thing looking up in surprise. Hovering high above the marketplace, Miles focuses his gaze. A fierce, red glow emanates from his eyes as his heat vision activates. 2 concentrated beams of intense thermal energy erupt from his eyes, aimed directly at the thing below.
Take that.
The heat vision cuts through the air, leaving a shimmering trail in its wake. The aftermath. The thing, caught off guard by Miles' sudden aerial maneuver and the intensity of the heat vision, roars in pain as the beams strike his rocky hide. Smoke rises from his body as the intense heat begins to sear his stone-like flesh. He raises his arms to shield his face, but the heat vision is relentless, burning through his defenses. How much damage will Miles' heat vision inflict on the thing? Will the thing be able to withstand the intense heat, or will he be forced to change his tactics? Will Miles continue his aerial assault, or will he choose a different approach? The battle rages on. What's the thing's next move?
Hang on. His heat vision. Use his heat breath. Let's stop the heat vision and use the heat breath.
All right, Miles is switching up his fiery offense. Round 9. Incendiary exhalation. Having momentarily ceased his heat vision, Miles takes a deep breath. His chest expands, and a fiery glow emanates from within. Then, he unleashes a torrent of superheated air from his mouth, his heat breath. Unlike the focused beams of his heat vision, the heat breath is a wide cone of intense heat, engulfing the area directly below Miles. The air shimmers and distorts as the superheated blast washes over the thing. The overturned market stalls in the vicinity begin to smolder and catch fire. The aftermath. The thing is directly in the path of Miles' fiery exhalation. The intense heat washes over him, further scorching his rocky exterior. He roars in discomfort and stumbles backward, trying to escape the brunt of the heat. The air around him crackles, and the smell of burning stone fills the marketplace. How effective is Miles' heat breath against the thing's durability? Will the wider area of effect make it harder for the thing to avoid? How will the thing counter this fiery attack? The heat is on in Mansfield. What's the thing's next move?
Hang on, y'all. Once it stops his heat. Hang on, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Alright, y'all, on that one, dude. Super strength to kick the thing in the face 19 times. What? It's funny. 19 times is funny. 19-fold theory. What?
Okay, Miles is going in for another rapid-fire assault. Round 10. 19-fold fury. Ceasing his heat breath, Miles descends with incredible speed. Before the thing can fully recover from the searing heat, Miles unleashes a blistering flurry of kicks, utilizing his superhuman strength and martial arts prowess.
Let's go.
19 powerful kicks connect with the thing's already battered face in rapid succession. Each kick lands with devastating force, the impacts echoing through the marketplace. The thing staggers with each blow, his rocky head snapping back and forth. Cracks deepen across his face, and small chunks of rock fly off with every strike. He tries to raise his arms to defend himself, but Miles' relentless assault overwhelms his defenses. The aftermath. The thing is reeling, his face a mass of cracks and fissures. He stumbles backward, disoriented, and clearly in significant pain. The sheer number and force of Miles' kicks have taken a visible toll on his usually resilient form. Miles hovers momentarily, observing the effect of his brutal attack. The thing looks like he's on the verge of collapse. Can the thing withstand this level of punishment? Will he be able to mount a counterattack, or is he too stunned? What will Miles do next, seeing the thing in such a weakened state? The battle hangs in the balance. What's the thing's next move?
No.
Whatever happened in the dark always comes into the light. The fact that they don't already know, they'll figure it out eventually. If they're really your friend, they won't care who you love. They'll just be happy that you found someone special like me.
Who said I love you?
Okay, I love you. Can we keep going, please? I don't know, I thought we just...
What? It's funny. Suplex City Mansfield Edition. What?
All right, Miles is taking a page right out of the wrestling playbook. Round 11. Suplex City, Mansfield Edition. Instead of continuing his striking assault, Miles grabs hold of the thing. Utilizing his immense superhuman strength, and likely some of the grappling techniques from his martial arts training, he hoists the massive rocky figure into the air. Then, in a display of incredible power, Miles executes a series of suplexes, slamming the thing down onto the hard cobblestone of the marketplace, one after another. Each impact sends shockwaves through the ground and elicits a painful roar from the thing. He doesn't stop at one or two. Miles delivers a relentless barrage, 20 thunderous suplexes in quick succession. The thing's body slams against the ground with sickening thuds, the force likely cracking more of the cobblestones with each fall.
Oh, yeah.
The aftermath. By the 20th suplex, the thing lies prone on the ground, his rocky body heavily damaged.
Yeah.
Deep fissures run across his chest and limbs, and dust and
gosh, we're
debris
hurting him
cloud
real
the
bad.
air around him.
Oh, well.
He groans weakly, seemingly dazed and unable to move. Miles stands over his fallen opponent, the intensity in his icy gaze unwavering. The sheer brutality and unexpectedness of the wrestling maneuvers have clearly taken the thing by surprise and inflicted significant damage. Is the thing finally down for the count?
Oh, shoot. Dang it. Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Can his incredible durability withstand this kind of sustained impact?
I don't know.
What will Miles do to finish the fight?
Oh.
The marketplace looks like a war zone. What's the thing's last stand?
Come on, hang on. I'm back, y'all. I see, shoot. It makes no sense, but maybe it does.
Okay, Miles is bringing his icy weaponry into the mix for a final brutal assault. Round 12. Icy Staff Barrage. Miles conjures a staff made of solid ice, its surface shimmering with frost. Gripping it tightly with his superhuman strength, he unleashes another relentless attack on the downed thing. He doesn't hold back, delivering 21 savage strikes to the thing's already battered face with the icy staff. Each blow lands with a sickening crunch, the force of Miles' super strength amplified by the solid ice. The sharp edges of the staff likely dig into the cracks and fissures already present on the thing's face, exacerbating the damage. Shards of ice and rock fly with each impact. The thing lets out muffled groans with each strike, his I'm
gonna say strikes. I think punch makes sense. There you go. $356. You're good.
Okay, Miles is going for a decisive finishing blow with his icy weapon. Round 12. Icy Barrage. With the thing still reeling from the relentless suplexes, Miles conjures an icy staff. The weapon crackles with cold energy, sharp points forming along its length. He then unleashes another rapid-fire assault, striking the downed thing in the face with the icy staff not once, but 21 times. Each strike lands with brutal force, the sharp edges of the icy staff digging into the thing's already damaged rocky features. Splinters of ice and rock fly with every impact. The cold energy from the staff likely adds to the thing's discomfort, perhaps even beginning to freeze the exposed areas of his face.
Yeah.
The aftermath. After the 21st strike, the thing lies motionless. His rocky face is a shattered mess of cracks and embedded ice shards. No sound escapes his lips. The relentless assault seems to have finally overwhelmed his incredible resilience. Miles stands over him, his icy staff held low, the cold emanating from it contrasting with the smoldering debris nearby. The battle in the Mansfield marketplace has reached a brutal conclusion. Is the thing truly defeated? Can he possibly withstand such a savage beating? Will Miles take any further action? What is the state of the surrounding area after this intense clash? The silence in the marketplace is heavy. What happens next?
Even my sister. Yeah. I don't know, it just makes me feel like less of a couple. Oh, so you're a couple now? Because that seems to me.
Toward.
You haven't even asked me out yet.
Up.
Why do I have to ask you out? And how can you take responsibility and ask me out? Especially with this whole bro thing. Well, I can't say that anymore. You know what? It's fine. It's whatever. You can call me bro. Call me whatever. It's obvious you don't care about yourself. And you know what makes me
What am I doing?
You're not doing anything to help the situation that we're in right now. I mean, I'm actually taking the time to work on myself and self-reflect, and it's clear you're on the same page. Then you can look at it. Always think you're better than me. It's like I'm walking on eggshells whenever I'm around you. Honestly, you know? Have fun sleeping by yourself today, because I'm out of here.
Yeah, let's go. Sorry, man.
Despite the seemingly decisive barrage of icy staff strikes and the extensive damage to his face, the Thing's legendary resilience kicks in. Round 13, last gasp throw. Just as Miles might believe the battle is over, the seemingly defeated Thing, with a surge of adrenaline and sheer willpower, manages to grab Miles's leg. His grip, even in his weakened state, is incredibly strong. Caught completely off guard by this sudden act, Miles is yanked off his feet. With a final, desperate heave, the Thing uses his immense strength to swing Miles around and hurl him towards a pink car parked further down the street. Miles crashes into the pink vehicle with a resounding impact, the car alarm screaming into the sudden silence. The force of the throw is significant, and Miles lands hard against the crumpled metal. The aftermath. The Thing lies still on the ground, seemingly having expended his last ounce of energy. However, he managed to get one final, powerful attack in. Miles is now reeling from the unexpected throw, sprawled against the damaged pink car. His icy armor has sustained further damage, and he's likely disoriented by the sudden change in momentum. Is Miles seriously injured by this throw? Will the Thing be able to capitalize on this, or is he truly finished? The marketplace is indeed in ruins, a chaotic scene of shattered stalls, smoldering debris, and damaged vehicles. The fight isn't over yet. What's Miles' next move?
That's a good question.
He is also having doubts in his own relationship, as Gustavo keeps leaving hangouts early and randomly stops responding to his texts. Then, Evander breaks into Bradley's backyard and sees him with the mystery man. Evander is devastated and desperately wants to talk to someone else.
Hey, can I tell you something? Yeah, what's up? Oh, you're gonna tell me about all the girls you've been seeing? Timothy, what I'm about to tell you, it's gonna change the way you see me for the rest of your life. But I honestly have no one else to go to.
Nah, I say a little more for I didn't say a lot. Don't do a whole bunch now.
Even as he's reeling from the impact with the pink car, Miles' inherent resilience, amplified by his healing factor, begins to take effect. Cracks in his icy armor knit back together, and the disorientation fades. Round 14, intensified incineration. Fueled by his recovering strength and a need to end the fight decisively, Miles rises from the wreckage of the pink car. His eyes lock onto the still form of the Thing lying on the ground. This time, there's a palpable increase in the intensity of the red glow emanating from his eyes. He unleashes his heat vision once more, but this blast is noticeably more potent than before. The beams of thermal energy are thicker, brighter, and crackle with even greater power as they streak across the marketplace towards the prone form of the Thing. The air around the beams shimmers violently, and the heat radiating from them is visibly more intense. The aftermath. The intensified heat vision slams into the Thing's already damaged body. The effect is immediate and devastating. Smoke billows upwards, thicker and darker than before. The rocky hide of the Thing begins to glow red under the extreme heat, and sections of it start to crumble and melt. The smell of superheated stone and something akin to burning earth fills the air. The sheer force and heat of this amplified blast are far beyond anything Miles has unleashed so far. Can the Thing's durability withstand this level of focused thermal energy? Will this finally be the attack that brings the Thing down for good? The surrounding area is now even more scorched, with small fires breaking out around where the heat vision strikes. Is this the end of the line for the Thing? What happens next?
Gustavo, he keeps telling me this thing about how whatever happens in the dark comes to light. He can't even follow his own advice. Freaking pathetic. You know what? We should get back at him. I mean, you're still on good terms with Bradley and Gustavo. Listen,
Okay.
so why don't you invite the both of them?
Final toss? Oh no, what happens? I don't know what's gonna happen. The final toss, he says.
Seeing the devastating effect of his intensified heat vision, Miles cuts the blast. The Thing's form is still smoking and appears heavily damaged. Deciding to press his advantage and remove the immediate threat, Miles uses his super strength once more. Round 15, final toss. He strides over to the downed Thing, grabs his massive weakened form, and with a final mighty heave, throws him towards the nearest sturdy-looking building. The Thing's body sails through the air, a large, rocky projectile against the backdrop of the ravaged marketplace. He crashes into the side of the building with a tremendous impact. Bricks and mortar explode outwards, and a significant portion of the wall collapses inwards. A cloud of dust and debris fills the air, obscuring the aftermath. The aftermath. The thing is now embedded in the side of a heavily damaged building, likely unconscious or at least completely incapacitated. The force of the impact alone would be catastrophic, adding to the extensive damage he has already sustained. Miles stands amidst the destruction of the marketplace, the battle seemingly concluded. The silence is broken only by the settling dust and the occasional crackle of flames. Is the thing finally defeated after this brutal encounter? What is the extent of the damage to the building? Will anyone notice this epic clash in the now desolate Mansfield marketplace? The battle is over, for now. What are your thoughts on the outcome?
I hate you. I hate you. How could you do this to me? See? They're laughing at us. Yeah. I guess the joke was on us. You guys are serious. I mean, there's no way. This is crazy. Okay, so we're all friends. We're gay, but know nothing about each other? Hey, Gustavo, I had no idea that Tim was your guy. Yeah. He wasn't ready to tell anyone yet.
Okay.
When I wanted to meet his friends, he was too scared. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. 1. The thing is defeated. After enduring a relentless barrage of ice attacks, super strength punches and kicks, wrestling suplexes, icy staff strikes, intensified heat vision, and finally being thrown into a building with tremendous force, Ben Grimm, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing, is definitively defeated in this battle against Miles the Ice Warrior. His incredible resilience was pushed beyond its limits. 2. The building is really messed up. The impact of the thing's massive body colliding with the structure caused significant damage. A large section of the wall has collapsed, and the structural integrity of the building is likely compromised. It's a scene of considerable destruction. The Mansfield marketplace bears the scars of an epic clash between two powerful beings. Miles stands victorious, though likely not unscathed, amidst the wreckage. What happens next in the story of Miles, the Ice Warrior?
If you're like me and you're having trouble coming out to the world, then I just want to say that the first step is to accept and to love yourself. And to always remember that you are not alone. I'm here. There's plenty of people just like me. And if it weren't for those people that helped me out throughout this journey, then I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you. Listen, I was like, me and Gustavo aren't dating, but I hope that this means that we can all go back to being normal. And by being normal, I mean being our most authentic selves. Being with the ones we love, and most importantly, just to trust each other. Wow. Guess we really jumped to conclusions, huh? Yeah. I'm sorry. What's it gonna be, guys?
That's a clever way to handle the aftermath. Miles, despite the intensity of the battle, is prepared for such situations thanks to his connection with John the high-tech genius. He accesses a compartment within his icy armor, and specialized high-tech cleaning tools emerge. These aren't your average brooms and dustpans. They hum with advanced energy fields and manipulate matter at a molecular level. First, a field emitter projects a containment bubble around the most volatile areas, suppressing any lingering fires and securing loose debris. Then, smaller drones detach from the main tools, each equipped for a specific task. Some emit sonic vibrations that break down rubble into manageable particles, while others utilize energy beams to reconstruct shattered materials. With focused efficiency, Miles directs the cleaning process. The damaged section of the building begins to reform, bricks aligning themselves, and mortar solidifying. The overturned market stalls right themselves, and scattered produce vanishes as if it never existed. The ice and frost that covered the ground dissipate, leaving the cobblestones clean. Even the crumpled pink and blue cars are gradually reshaped, their metal smoothing out, and their paintwork restoring to its original shine. Within a surprisingly short amount of time, the Mansfield marketplace returns to its pre-battle state, as if the earth-shattering conflict had never occurred. The only lingering evidence might be a faint chill in the air, or perhaps an almost imperceptible shimmer where matter was rearranged. Miles, having efficiently cleaned up the destruction, stands ready for whatever comes next. It's good to have friends with high-tech solutions. What does Miles do now that the cleanup is complete? Does he
Wait. Whatever it comes next, it's good to have friends. Let's mind this next cleanup.
remain in Mansfield, or does he have other destinations in mind?
Nope. The end. this?
It's
Bad
very
tone.
nice to meet you, Blake Evans, and thanks for catching me when I fell.
No worries. Hey, wait a second. Oh, what's your name?
Maybe we'll bump into each other sometime soon, and I will tell you.
Hopefully I see you again soon. Okay, we need to go now and play video games. Wow, dude.
Okay, go ahead and grade Miles. Go ahead.
All right, the battle has concluded. Let's assess Miles' performance in this intense showdown against the Thing. Here's a breakdown of his strengths and areas where he excelled. Strengths demonstrated by Miles. Versatile power set. Miles showcased a wide array of formidable powers, including super strength, flight, super speed, heat vision, heat breath, and ice breath. This versatility allowed him to attack the Thing from multiple angles and adapt his tactics. Effective use of powers. Miles didn't just possess these powers, he utilized them strategically. He combined speed and strength for rapid strikes, used his heat-based attacks to overcome the Thing's durability, and manipulated the environment with his ice abilities. Adaptability and tactical thinking. When one approach wasn't immediately successful, Miles shifted his tactics. He transitioned from ranged attacks to close-quarters combat, incorporated wrestling moves, and ultimately used a powerful finishing throw. Resilience and healing factor. Despite taking some heavy hits, Miles' healing factor allowed him to recover quickly and continue the fight at full strength. This proved crucial in the later stages of the battle. Decisiveness. When he saw an opening, Miles pressed his advantage with focused and brutal attacks, ultimately leading to the Thing's defeat. Responsibility and foresight. His possession of high-tech cleanup tools indicates a level of responsibility and preparedness for the consequences of his battles, thanks to his connection with John the high-tech genius.
Right.
Overall grade for Miles, A+. Reasoning. Miles demonstrated overwhelming power, tactical adaptability, and the resilience needed to defeat a formidable opponent like the Thing. He effectively utilized his diverse abilities, learned from the flow of the battle, and ultimately delivered a decisive victory. The fact that he also had the means to clean up the significant collateral damage further highlights his responsible nature. This was a dominant performance showcasing Miles' capabilities as a top-tier powerhouse. Congratulations on a well-fought victory for Miles. What kind of challenges might he face next?
Where did she come from? I don't know. Maybe she's a transit student.
No. And
Go catch you at my place later.
thanks.
Play some Call of Duty or something. Yeah,
for the help in this.
I hope to see you again. What's that?
Thank you. Why you putting a question on her? Like the question mark. Why that question that? He did help?
You're very welcome. It was exciting to see Miles unleash his full power and ultimately triumph. If you ever want to explore more battle scenarios or delve deeper into Miles' adventures, just let me know. I'm here to help whenever you need it.
This isn't just any old pen. This is that high-functioning, sharp-tip, classic ballpoint.
But okay, will
I really need
do.
this. Stealing? I can't do that.
Sounds good. I'll be ready whenever you are. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Gemini. Alright, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to my video. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh, my freaking magic waters. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for 89 for subscribe. Thank you for 89 subscribers. That's the end of the video, y'all. See y'all, okay? Bye.